Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. How are we today?
Hello.
Good.
Welcome to RickyVillaTV on a sunny Sunday morning in the Nether regions.
Nether regions?
Netherlands, isn't it? So, big Sunday coming up for not just Tottenham, but also for Simon's other team, his team where he grew up, Wycombe Wanderers.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, so they're in the EFL final at 4:00 at Wembley against Peterborough United. So we'll get on to that a little bit later. First, how is everybody? How's everyone feeling after the midweek game?
Disappointed.
We had a game. Yeah, a bit deflated. I mean, I spoke on the pod last time. I thought this was going to be the one where we were going to come out and thrash, and we were due to give someone a thrashing. I thought it would be them, but the old, what do we call it? We call them a bogey team, would we? We just never seem to do great against them. We never seem to overwhelm them or anything. They're just annoying, aren't they? They're just a fly in your house that won't go away and you can't get rid of, and then you can't find it, and then it comes back in 2 days later and it's still alive, and you think, just bog off, you know what I mean? Like, hate them.
I think we started well, right? When I saw that goal go in that first 5 minutes, I thought, okay, let's go get them, right? And then we just became a limb dig. So yeah.
So,
and okay, guys, I think we have not beaten them at their place, right? In the past 10 years or so. There's a record there, something like that. Not only in the London Stadium, even the old stadium, we couldn't beat them. Curse, right? We got our Tottenham back, right?
So lineup was Vicario, Porro, Romero, VDV, Udogi, Bentancur, Bissouma, Johnson, Maddison, Werner, and Son. It was a great start, as Eugene just said, with that goal within 5 minutes. Kind of thought that we were going to go on and steamroller them.
Yeah.
I thought we were in for it. I thought we was in for that thrashing. I thought, hey, here we go. I've finally got prediction right. Early start, 3-0 up at half time, 5-0 by the end. Better than my prediction of 5-1. Here we go.
Yeah.
But it's a good goal, isn't it? It's a classic Postecoglou era kind of goal, wasn't it?
No, it's a good classic tap-in. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, he had one of those against Luton, didn't he? But he hit it straight at the goalkeeper, and that's when it bounced across the line, but wasn't deemed to be a goal. So yeah, it was. But it was nice to see us come out of the traps firing, because that is something that I know that I've been saying, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen, is that our first halves have not been particularly great of late.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts, Kev? Did you think that it was going to be a spanking again when we went 1-0 up that early?
Yeah, I thought, great, here we go. This is it, as you say. But West Ham had other ideas, and they just stuck to their game plan, which is hoof it high, get set pieces. And you know what they're like with set pieces. They generally score from quite a few of them.
Yes.
And it disrupted their plans. Everyone, they sat back in their heels in and didn't know what to do after that time much, really. But, it's that West Ham's. I'd like to have seen us beat them, but it weren't going to be that way, was it? Yeah.
No, unfortunately not.
I think the corner was taken too quick for our defence, to be honest. I don't think they were quite ready for it.
I can't remember.
It was flung in quick, and before anyone sort of... They were watching, they should have been more alert, I think.
No,
I can't remember who it was who was marking him, or...
Well, no, that's the point. That's what I was going to say. I respectfully disagree with our chicken Kiev. It wasn't that. It's the zonal marking. We're all ready. It's zonal marking, so nobody's actually man marking everybody. It's zonal marking, so it's like that's why they were allowed the space. But I don't understand. I think it was Mickey just in front of him.
I think this was also somewhere around there, right?
Yeah.
So,
and we've got the height there. We've got the players to get it out. We hardly seem to jump. And you know, I mean, the annoying thing is, like, if this was Liverpool or something, we'd be like, all right, fair enough, and it'd be a good goal. But it came off. I can't remember. Was it Zuma? It came off his back. You know, it wasn't,
Zuma.
it wasn't. Yeah,
Zuma,
it wasn't even an intentional header. It's like, oh god, it makes it even worse.
We lost it to a bum shot again.
Yeah.
Guys, it is what it is, right? We keep. I don't understand this, right? We are so bad at. Basically, we're just bad at set plays, right? And we're really bad at defensive set plays where we can't defend, right? So I don't know whether next season Ange will change it, whether Jedinak ain't our defensive set play coach, right? Who he can't handle it. Maybe he needs to get someone in with just more experience or something like that. But I don't know, it's like during the Everton game when they suss us out, during the corners, they block off Vicario, he can't move, and then somebody just hits and it comes to like I'm questioning sometimes whether it's the intelligence of our players, right? Don't know what to do. Even if it's zonal marking, man marking, right? You should be seeing the ball coming to you. And maybe what Kev is saying is correct. Maybe they were caught off guard. But if you get caught off guard, my God, that means you have got no focus. And when the squad and the players have got no focus, you ain't going far. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? So
It's
we conceded on a bum ball, and and we scored in the tap in.
I think it was. I think it's quite a surprise that we are that bad at defending set pieces like that when we have two absolutely magnificent headers of the ball at centre back.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I noticed this against Luton as well because I know different analysis guys, depending on which channel you're watching, they love to focus on it. But the thing is, I was watching during the game. I was watching out for it, and we after the first corner or set piece that we defend badly. From then on, we defend it really well. If you look at Vicario, for example, like every corner, especially against Luton, every corner after the first one where we defend it badly, he comes out and he punches away and he catches it and all that. We defend resolutely and flawlessly from then on in. It's just that first one that we can't do it. It's like we need a mistake to be, we know what we're doing with defending corners now. Like, just do it straight from the off. Don't let him in.
Yeah, we need to get it up somewhere before we actually react. So that's the same.
Yeah. So, anyone want to say anything else about the first half? I can't say I really recall us having that many chances.
No, and I want to say, like Maddison. I was watching Maddison. I had one eye on Maddison the whole game, not just the first half, but the whole game. He, in my opinion, played badly. He was doing the old classic Højbjerg thing of and Harry Winks thing of every time he had the ball, passing backwards.
Yeah. He was playing deep.
What's up with him? Like, I don't know if he's having an off day or something, but it was just like, this isn't what you came in for. It's not even 50% of what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Like, what is constant passing back? Basuma was doing it as well. Like, just like Basuma would bring the ball forward, we'd bring the ball forward, and then just like pass it back. And I don't know what's going on with. I think I know what's going on, but what's really peeing me off is Romero, like getting the ball from the kickoff and just standing there with it.
Yeah,
and he just stands it with his foot on the ball. Like,
can't get it.
It's too slow, Simon. I think the thing is that the transition is too slow. When we get the ball, right, it's like we don't have the initiative to go forward. It's that we will just hang on to it in the middle of the park, and then West Ham will just regroup and go back into their low block formation and wait for us to do our horseshoe football again. You, and it goes back to the same scenario. But,
well, I think what they're doing is they're waiting for expecting the team to come at them because we're 1-0 up, and they think they're going to be rushing at us, so let's just hold back and then do the counter attack then. But they don't do that. And when they don't do that, we should adapt and think, right, okay, so they're not doing what we assumed they would do. Let's, change gear, get the tempo up, and you know, make this a 5-0 or 3-0 or something. But no, we just stick to like, you know, for the 15th time, are you going to come at us? Are you going to rush at us? No, you're not. Oh, okay, well let's play. What's it called, Eugene? Horseshoe. Let's play horseshoe football.
Yeah.
The stroke back. Yeah.
No, it's you know, for the champions of Europe to put 10 men behind the ball against the team at home, we must be doing something right. But still,
I counted. I don't know if you did, but I counted. I think the least amount of players this is when we were on the attack. The least amount of players they had in the penalty area was 8.
Yeah.
But guys, that is how David Moyes plays.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Why do you think like 80% of the West Ham fans, right, are shouting Moyes out? Right?
Yeah.
Because that's the way he plays. That's his tactics, right? These are the tactics that wins you cups. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you think he won the Conference League, right? You think he went on the Conference League like Dunko and, you know, smash everyone? No, you know, you have to be pragmatic, right? You have to be calculative, strike when it's correct, right? Be what I call decisive when your chances come. Score the goals when you need to score the goals. So, as I said, you know, it's West Ham. It's never been an easy place for us to go to. They beat us at home too in this season. Yeah. So, yeah, and they have a trophy and we don't.
Yeah.
Just the saddest part.
Wimbledon style.
Yeah. So second half, it seemed to be it flipped on its head, didn't it, compared to the other games we've had recently? I don't think we really there were too many players under par. Bissouma, Maddison, as has been mentioned.
Sonny.
I have no clue what Kulusevski was doing when he came on.
Oh man,
he was again looked like he'd never seen a football before.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is a really good description of it. And you know, I've been kind of like on the fence with Kulu these past few pods that we've been doing, and like kind of defending him and like, well, you know, he's got his useful at the very least. He drags players with him, which frees up other players and all that. Nah, I'm in the end frigging column now of just leave him on the bench. Let's do a Son from last season where we subbed Son and brought Son on as a sub, and he was so obviously probably not angered is probably the wrong word, but so determined to prove himself that he came on, and every time he come in as a sub, he scored a couple of goals and that. Let's do that with Cooley. Let's try something to kick him out of this, kickstart him out of this, whatever he's in. Because wherever you put him, he's just crap at the minute. I don't know what's going on.
I think the problem with Decky is at the moment now, right? He's not an Ange ball player. You get what I'm saying? He was more a Conte ball player on the counter-attacking free, you know, when you go forward, right? But when teams sit back, right, they seem to be all running into a wall. Johnson does it, Werner does it, Hulu does it, even Son does it nowadays, right? Because I see Son, he gets the ball, he's surrounded by 5 players. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right. And whenever Decky does it, he gets surrounded by 3-4 players. He doesn't know what to do. So we don't have that quality there to actually play that kind of Ange ball style. So in that day, Moyes sits his low block, right? We do horseshoe football, right? Round you, right? And then, you know, we don't have, and like I say, you bring on Richarlison, right? But you don't cross the ball high over to him in the air, right? We still do the same thing, like, you know, try to run into the players, try to tap the ball in. What the hell for? Right?
Yeah.
And not enough shots.
Did you say horseshoe or horse shit?
Yeah, both.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. But Kulusevski always seems to want to have that one extra touch, doesn't he? It's like he wants to walk the ball
spin
in.
and turn into trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. And he is a talented player, but he's not having a good time at the moment out there on the right. And he came in for Maddison and played in the middle, and I don't think that made any difference. So it was it was disappointing.
And for all you know, right, at the end of the season, we'll find out Decky was actually carrying an injury, right, again.
Of course.
So we do.
Oh, absolutely. He dropped a tin of beans on his foot or something like that. He's been playing with a broken metatarsal.
Yeah.
So,
Just like Bentancur, right? Broken toe.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
but
more
don't forget, right?
Dave
Ange did what, right? He's got 9 others, so don't worry.
Bessie.
Yeah, exactly.
But we did seem to remember have a chance to win it. Was it in the last minute from a Dogie?
Yeah.
Shot it straight on the feet.
That was our one chance towards in the end, really. I mean, obviously, in terms of hitting it well, I don't think he caught it as sweetly.
Yeah.
But it's straight at the keeper, and you just think you've got to do better than that. I know you're not a striker, but you have to do better than that. That has to be a bullet through the air, top corner. You know, if you look at like the main man, you know, his shot, like, it's incredible. Like, it's like a frigging arrow, you know, like a dart, and then I swear that was like an inch wide, literally an inch wide.
Yeah.
And you see his face afterwards; he thought that was in, and just you look at that with Dogie, and after a Dogie shot, he just kind of put his head down, and it's like, yeah, I didn't.
Whatever.
As soon as I hit it, I knew that wasn't going in.
I want to go and play PlayStation. Forget about this. So, one positive that I did see is the Porro and Johnson link up play. I think that looks really exciting, and I think that's only gonna grow. I thought Werner had a half decent game again.
Yeah, very good game, I thought, because obviously he's instrumental in our goal, our first goal, our only goal. I think he's improving a lot. Every single game he improves by that little bit more, and I think he's still finding it out himself. He's still learning himself, like where are the gaps? You know, which players do I link up well with? Which ones do I don't? And we can see that. It's not like, I'm trying to think of an equivalent player in the past, but it's not like some other players we've had where they can't be asked and they're not trying and they make mistakes, and because they're just lazy or they can't be asked or whatever. What's his name? One of the players we can't get rid of, and we keep learning them out to far off countries.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Don't worry, he's coming back, right? Hey guys, don't say Ndombele, right? He's a Serie A winner.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
And he's probably going to win the Turkish league this season as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right? Yeah. While holding a burger in his hand.
Werner's constantly trying these different things, and sometimes they don't work out and that, but you know, and I think it's literally 60-40 at the minute in terms of not working out as opposed to working out. You know, all the passes and the runs and all this kind of stuff. I think he's going to be such an important part of the team this year, but obviously, but mainly next year, because that's what we're aiming for, isn't it? What Postecoglou has been saying all season. We're striving towards something of our own personal thing here. Everybody else is looking at us for top four and all that kind of stuff. And are you going to get fourth, fifth? He's not about that. He's not bothered about any of that. You know, he did a great interview this week. He said, I don't want players that come here who want, you know, that third, fourth, fifth spot, whatever it is, for Champions League. If they're coming here for Champions League, then they don't want to play for Spurs. You know, they want Champions League football, and they could go anywhere for that. So I don't want players like that. I'm not having players like that, which is good, you know, because that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for things like the treble and things like that, you know, and the FA frigging Cup. So, you know, it's good that he's got that kind of insular thing. I think I like to think he's keeping players focused on what we're doing as a team, and Werner's included in that. And you know, Postecoglou said everybody's included in that. But I'm not sure that's the case.
The sad part is that we don't have enough quality in all these players. You know, if you're really going to go for a title charge or, you know, a cup run, or I'm not saying a cup run, go for a cup to win a cup, right? We see the quality is lacking, right? And we're always hoping that, you know, players will turn out right, and we've been hoping for so long. So to tell you the truth, right, I'm not going to slate any player now, or the manager and all that, right? I've been saying this season for me is I'm not having any expectations, but I do hope that we see some improvement, and hopefully we can actually find out what kind of quality players we need. If Ange is saying players who want to come to Spurs because they want to play for Spurs and not because of certain things of like in the Champions. Because you're in the Champions League, that's why I'm coming to play in the Champions League, but not being in Spurs. That is a very good attitude to have. You can say, but the thing is that if you don't have that quality, right, to bring us to the next level, why are you even here? Right?
No, I think we do. We look at the beginning of the season before the injuries hit. We definitely do think have the quality there.
But Simon, that could be our new manager bounce syndrome, for all you know, right? So a lot of things have to play into next season. Summer transfer window, we'll actually see what our intent is, right? That's the most important. Guys, don't forget, we sold our main threat, right, away, and we never replaced him. You guys know, Harry Kane was sold. Who did we replace him with? I'm not saying we can replace Harry Kane, but at least get in another striker who will put in at least 15, 20 goals.
Well, that's what Richarlison was supposed to do.
Yeah, they bought Richarlison before they sold Kane. So
in terms of quality, yeah, with one or two players, he might be right. Richarlison, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I think again, I'm our resident optimist, aren't I? I think we're in very good, very excellent shape. You know, looking towards the future and the immediate future and short and long term future. We're looking bloody good. And again, it's expectations, isn't it? Like, if you're in the middle of the Conte era or the Mourinho era, and you think, look, if we brought a new manager in, where would you expect to be? Most of us would have been like 8th or 7th or something, and then it's just about transition season and learning together.
But
that's what we are.
Simon, the worst part is, right, during the Mourinho and Conte era, right, I had expectations. You guys know, Mourinho was a sure winner. We reached a Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, before they came.
Yeah, right. And then when Nuno came along, he made us proud, right?
Well, it'll be interesting.
We're gonna go into that after that for the review of the preview of the Forest game, right? He's gonna make us proud there, right? But when Conte came in, the expectations were brought up again. We got Conte, right, a proven winner, right, and blah blah blah, and then Levy does what Levy does, and then it all turns to shit again. So that's it. We got our old Spurs back there.
Yeah. But what you said earlier, Simon, about Werner doing it next year, do you think we'll sign him permanently?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's a levy buy, isn't it? Isn't it cheap and cheerful?
Yes.
He'll negotiate down to 10 mil, I reckon. So, yeah.
15 million euros, right, for a 27-year-old who can't score that much. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I think we're yet to see the best of him.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah,
because you have to say that him and Havertz didn't exactly set the world alight at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But Havertz has kind of come into his own at Arsenal, so you never know.
Different way of playing, different position, everything.
Yeah.
So
at least Havertz scoring goals at the moment, right? So
yes, yeah. Unfortunately, they just won't go away, will they? They're hanging around like a bad smell. We really need to take some points off them. I'm not sure I can see that happening.
Would be good.
Yeah, would be very nice. Okay, anything else to say about the second half?
Low block, can't break low block. We got no creativity to break low blocks. We don't shoot enough outside of the box. Yada, yada, yada. The same thing, back and forth.
Yeah.
Next!
You've done your research.
I thought it was hilarious how bad Antonio was. I think twice he had golden opportunities to score, and I think one of them would have been offside anyway. But just completely fluffed his lines every single time he's in front of goal. The hilarious, almost carry on kind of like thing of him through on goal and Van der Ven catching him up and then slipping over, and then it's almost like Antonio's like looks like, oh, he hasn't tackled me. I better shoot.
What do I do now?
He does this soft ass shot, and like Vicario saves it, and then it's like
it twice. Saves it twice.
Yeah. And then he was right in front of goal. Was it like corner came in, and he was right in front of goal, and he completely missed it. And it's oh my God.
That in that scenario, right? I think that shows how impressive Vicario is because he's determined, right? Whether the whistle blows or don't blow, right? The ball ain't going to the net, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, because you must always remember it doesn't matter if the ball goes into the net, it goes back to VAR, right? And VAR gives it to you, right? It's still a goal.
His focus as a goalkeeper is fucking phenomenal. Like, especially when you get teams like that where you're not really doing much for 80% of the game, and you've got to like pull out saves like that. Even just bog standard saves is difficult to do. You look at people like Jordan Pickford and stuff, and the mistakes that they make because they don't concentrate and they haven't got the same focus and stuff like that. And it's like, well, they're playing for their country, and you look at Vicario, doesn't get the credit that he deserves, and he's absolutely phenomenal. I love his passion. Like him and Porro, I think, just carry the whole team in terms of passion and motivation and everything.
I think I saw earlier in the week some stat. I'm not sure if it was shots saved but he's second only to Sarr at Wolverhampton. So that surprised me that Sarr was that good. But then again, I have been seeing him recently on Match of the Day, and he looks he's a decent keeper. I reckon he'll go for a lot of money to one of the big teams at some point.
There are a lot of good keepers out there, like Fabianski as well. There are a lot of good keepers out there that don't get the credit they deserve. I say that as a goalkeeper myself, obviously. I'm a bit biased. Goalkeepers.
I never knew that. Never knew you as a keeper.
Really?
But it's they never get the credit they deserve. But my God, if you have an average or even subpar, below average keeper, it makes a difference between finishing in the top half or even European places and looking over your shoulder at relegation, really.
Yeah. Okay then, guys, man of the match.
Well, I'm just about automatically going to say Porro as per usual, which he did put in a really good performance, especially that shot and stuff like that in the midst of everything. But I'd have to say Vicario, just because of the way his attitude and his focus, like I said, and everything. And after he conceded that shitty goal, every single corner, every single cross, everything, he was there on it, and he was punching it out, and he was claiming everything. He was making sure he was first to it. And and again to pull off late saves and stuff like he does, he kept us in it, because I'd have been so frigging angry and like smashing things if we'd have. They didn't really outplay us or anything. They didn't play well against us. They didn't beat us or anything. But we didn't deserve to lose to some crappy, deflected, scrappy goal that they would have loved. And we've got him to thank for that.
Yeah. Eugene?
My man of match. I'm going to pick a Spurs player. I'm going to pick West Ham player. Jared Bowen, I want him in Spurs because he can score 15 goals, right? We need a forward like that to accompany our forward. Yeah. Give it to Jared Bowen.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm split between Vicario and Johnson. I thought Johnson had a great game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I'll go Johnson. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm split between Royale and Dragusin because they both stayed on the bench and their hair looks absolutely immaculate.
Oh yeah. The bun, right?
The bun man.
So yeah, well, I couldn't really decide. I think probably Vicario. As Kev said, Johnson had a good game. I thought Bentancur was okay. But and Werner as well. So it's a toss up between four, but I can't put my.
There's no standout really. Yeah,
no. That's why I picked the West Ham player.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Levy, go buy him.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Van de Ven yellow card?
Oh yeah, he pushed the ball out clearly. When he fell, he pushed the ball away. So by the book, right? The ref has the right to book him. There's no argument there. Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, but the ref did all right in the first half. He let so much go and let the game flow.
The plane flow. The plane glow. Just let your soul glow.
Flamethrower.
And then in the second half, all of a sudden he's dishing out yellow cards left, right, and centre. I thought he could have let it go. I mean, it's not as if it's on the pitch or anything. You know, it's a throw in. I know you got 2.5 miles between the touchline and where the fans are, but all they have to do is go and get the ball,
jump in their golf buggy.
Yeah.
No, take the field, right, and come back, right, with the ball.
I thought it was stupid because now it's another yellow card. It's an accumulation thing.
No, but that's the rules, right? Because it says that it's part of delaying the game and all that. So I don't know. Like I say, it's a subjective thing. If the ref gives it, you can't argue. If the ref doesn't give it, you can't argue about it too. So the ref gave it. So.
But this is
part of
again.
the rules. I don't know what the rules are anymore. The rules change every fucking week, as far as I can see.
Yes, it's part of the rules. Yeah.
Massive inconsistency though. This season, I've seen players kick the ball away, nothing. Yeah, and then who was it the other day? Got one of I can't remember which team it was, but he kicked the ball away and he got sent off. Second yellow card.
Paqueta, if I'm not mistaken. No, was it? I remember. Yeah, it was. Who was it?
Yeah.
Paulinia?
Yes,
Fulham,
it could have been. I think it was for Fulham. Yeah, someone like that.
Paulinia for Fulham.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
just-
he's supposed to get booked as well if there's a free kick for the opposition in the middle of the pitch or whatever. And if you go and stand in front of the ball to stop them taking a free kick, that's supposed to be a booking as well. But that happens all the time, and nobody ever has been booked, as far as I know. It's inconsistency. It's crap.
Yeah.
The rules are made for subjective use, right? So
Absolutely. Depends how many brown envelopes are flying around like there were at Man United Chelsea the other day.
Oh yeah, that was a great match, right? I loved it. When you thought Poch was dead and out, right?
Yeah, all the Chelsea fans are going on about, oh, that's Poch's greatest ever comeback. Did you watch the match in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
So anyway, nice memories that is. Nice memories.
Yeah.
So let's carry on with today's match. Nuno's back.
Yeah.
Back again.
Make you proud. So proud.
Do you know what I'm
Spurs
pleased?
versus Forest.
I'm pleased.
Sorry.
I'm pleased for him because he didn't have a good time at our place, and it's always good when you see players or managers that leave us and go on to improve. And I wouldn't say he's going to be a great manager or anything. I don't think he's going to win many trophies, but he has improved. And results wise, they are, especially recently, they've had a mixed bag. I don't know what's happened recently, but they were on a good run, drawing and winning. And then literally about 3 games ago, it all turned about and they started losing again. So
When they got the points deduction.
But, I'm pleased he's
No,
not managing like Trabzonspor or something like that. You know what I mean?
Al Hilal or something like that. He was
that's
managing
where
in
it
Saudi
was.
Arabia. But guys, to tell the truth, right? I don't blame Nuno when he came to Spurs because to tell the truth, Nuno never played a 4-4-2, right? His tactics and style of football was always a 3-5-2, 3 at the back kind of scenario. And somehow or another, we brought him in to that's why we bring in managers, right? To shoehorn managers to play the style that we want. He doesn't play a style that he wants, right? So our games all ended up very weird, The first 3 games, we won 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, right? And then all hell broke loose and we were going to win the league. And after that, the wheels fell off. So we got Conte and, it leads to what we have.
He's thrown in the deep end, wasn't he? That's it. It was just like, stopgap. It was a stopgap. It became a stopgap.
Yeah, okay. Remember that season, right? 3,000 managers rejected us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even Dave Smith from the Dog and Duck in Bedford turned us down. So it's
so right.
Yeah.
So, but to tell the truth, I think Forest is the type of club where Nuno can actually show his talents and actually rebuild back his Premiership kind of manager status. But they are in the end now, right? They, I think 1 point or level in points with Luton from the relegation battle. So it's going to be a tough fight. But since we bought Johnson from Nottingham Forest. Nuno is there. We're gonna win. We're gonna beat them easily 3-4-0. It's all paid for.
Yeah, they're both on 25 points, Forest and Luton, but Forest have a plus
Game in hand.
No, they're they have a game in hand, and they're also better goal difference, -14 against -20.
Yeah, so yeah. But don't worry, like I said, we already paid for Johnson, and if we don't win today, right? Most people Levy said, I'm going to withhold some payments.
It's all set up, isn't it, for a massive win? And like I say, I predicted a 5-1 for the West Ham game, but this should be. I don't want it to be, whether I want it to be or not. This should be that kind of game where we completely dominate and just show. It's a showcase basically for keeping your place in the team or on the bench, and it's like we should be thrashing them in. They've won, I think, out of their last 25 away games, they've won twice. So.
You've just jinxed it.
My biggest worry is, right, Nuno goes out there and low block us again.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when we get low block, right?
That's down to us, isn't it? I mean, every manager, is going to be doing that. Worth their salt is going to have that as an option. If they've got anything about them, they'll be like, right, well, that's an option. That would at least, minimise the score, if not get us a draw. It depends on the manager. If you look, obviously, the likes of Liverpool, Man City, they're not going to do that. They're going to want to be open. But yeah, if you're fighting for your life and scrapping for every single point, then yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be a bit like that. But that's up to us to break that down. We've seen it the last 3 games. We need to be more creative. You know what? Again, Maddison needs to step up. This is exactly the kind of games that we bought him for. I know it seems ages ago, and I know it wasn't. It seems ages ago we did that beautiful little dink for Romero's header to score that goal, and all the other touches and everything before that. But last week, it was Harry Winks in it. It's just crazy. We need to step up. We can break the low block. It's just a case of doing it. And actually, the poor form that Kulu's in, where he does drag players with him, that's the kind of thing we need. If they've got at least half a dozen in the penalty area defending, and Kulu's like dragging a couple of them with him, that frees up space in the box, doesn't it? So it could be useful. So we need to just creative. They get paid millions, so come up with something different. We've got to expect the low block and do something about it.
So I think you'll have more of the, sorry, Jens, I was going to say you'll have more of the West Ham type competition today. I think they'll have the big forwards up there. I can't think of his name at the moment.
Chris Wood.
Yeah. And you got that, is it Yates, the dirty fella in the midfield? Is he still playing?
Yeah.
So
I think so.
Yeah, he kicked the shit out of us last time we played him, and he got away with most of it.
Yeah.
But they do look for that target man up the middle, don't they? That could be our undoing, the way we play, leaving the back door open.
Yeah, the back door. That's what I was to say, right? And I don't know. Let's hope VDV doesn't have to make too many sprints backwards, right, and pull his hammy again, and then we'll get stuck with,
But they've also got Gibbs White as well, who apparently I've heard we're interested in.
Yeah, really? We always are.
So my predicted lineup as well, a lineup I'd like to see. Rather than predicted, Vicario, Porro, Romero, VDV, Udogie, standard. Star, Bentancur, Johnson, Lo Celso, Werner, and Son. I'd like to see Maddison sit out again,
and Basuma as well, yeah,
and Basuma. And as I said, I'd like to see Kulu on the bench for the rest of the season.
Yeah. No, that's truth, right? I like to see Johnson on the bench because I always see Johnson, right? Whenever he comes on the bench, right, as an impact sub, he has that impact there, right? Whenever we play in the first team,
that's what we were saying last week, and we said it a couple of times. But he started the last game and did really well. So
he scored one goal, and after that he turned to shit, right? So
I don't think he was that bad.
Proven us wrong. He proved us wrong about the whole impact sub. So which is great. I'm happy to be wrong if he's playing like that and starting. But yeah, it's all set up for Johnson to score, isn't it? I mean, come on, let's do it. You know, the classic. All the cliches are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him just walking along afterwards. No, I'm not celebrating. I'm not celebrating.
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost a cliche now, isn't it? Yeah, you saw what's his name, Ollie Watkins scored twice against Brentford yesterday, and he went absolutely mental. And of course, he made his name at Brentford, didn't he? Well, Exeter, but and I thought that was kind of interesting. And I don't think he actually left Brentford in an acrimonious way. So just shows, you know, you've got to look to the future. You don't look back.
And a massive, massive shout out to our very own Sergio Reguilon, for setting up two assists in the 3-3 draw against Aston Villa.
Yeah,
really doing us a favour. Excuse me. Really doing us a favour.
Guys, and it comes to this point again, right? We are one win away to jump Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Whenever we have this type of pressure, we crumble. So let's hope we don't this time, right? And do something about it and actually be ahead of Aston Villa after this game, right? Get the 3 points, be ahead of Aston Villa, right? And we are there.
I think if
whenever we have the chance to go ahead,
we win today, and we've still got a game in hand. Unfortunately, that's against Chelsea, but we go above them on goal difference. So they're stumbling a little bit at the moment, which actually kind of surprised me because I thought that they were going to run away with it. But
because they got Europe coming up.
Yeah, but they looked brilliant in the first half, and then second half, a mad 10 minutes. That Pau Torres, he was at fault for all 3 of the goals. He didn't seem to know where his man was. He was just following the ball, and each time straight into the middle, as you said, Simon. 2 from Reguilon. I think the other one was I don't remember. But some nice assists, and I'd love to see Nottingham Forest play like that today. Maybe Pau Torres could come out and play for them today, and then we just whip the ball in the middle, and Sonny gets a hat trick, and why not?
And
3-1.
So you're putting in Lo Celso there for Cooley, straight swap.
No, for Madison.
For Madison.
Oh right,
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see him play as what is it? The hip kids call it a number 10. Yeah, an attacking midfielder, central midfielder. So
we are 4-3-2-1 then, or 4-4.
4-2.
4-2-1-2-1.
So Johnson on the right, Lo Celso in the middle, Werner on the left, Son up top, Sarr and Bentancur in the middle, central midfielders. So, anyone got anything different? Anyone want to see anything different?
I want a clean sheet. I want to say 3-0.
Oh, for lineup, anything different?
No, the lineup's fine. I'm fine with the lineup. That's that will do. Sorry, I thought you were
unless I take
3-1 and
unless I take out Johnson and put in Madison, maybe that might be different.
Okay.
I want to suggest slightly different lineup, but just maybe a couple of changes. Maybe so I'm thinking Vicario, Porro, Pedro, Porro,
PP,
and then Son. Guaranteed win. Put your house on it. Put your mortgage on it.
what happens if he gets sent off? One of them. It's all of them.
We just bring Porro on.
But so we've already got Kev's score prediction. Eugene, what do you think?
I really want us not to concede, right? I want a clean sheet for
Would be nice.
It would be nice, but I see a 3-1 coming up, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to make Nuno proud of it, right? So, yeah.
Well, so they get a consolation in the 90th minute. Yeah, that'll make him proud.
Oh, no. They scored an early goal. That will make him proud.
So just to go back to you, Kev, who do you think the scorers will be?
Scorers today, out of that lot.
Yeah.
Johnson, Werner, Son.
Eugene?
Sonny hat trick. Could be good.
Nice. Yeah. Mr. Optimistic, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I was thinking 2-0, 3-0 maybe, but now I'm back to my usual optimistic self. So I'm going 4-0, and Johnson with 1 just because it is written, and Sonny with 2 and Werner with 1. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. Last minute goal of Gary Mabbott's arse.
Yeah.
Again.
To win it, yeah. Yeah, I'm again.
Wait. Steve Perryman exists, right?
I was confident against Luton. I really did think we were going to
smash.
Maybe not a cricket score, but we were going to put a fair few past them. And it didn't happen again, this low block. And so Forest will come and play exactly the same way. And that's why I'd like to see if Lo Celso is able to unlock that, because his close ball control is, probably maybe not as good as Maddison's, but it's a little bit more different. He's a lower centre of gravity. I'm not sure, actually. They're about the same size, aren't they? We need to do something. I've heard that Richarlison's injured.
He is, yeah. That's what I've just read on the BBC site. Yeah.
Again. So, who do you think did Scarlett play yesterday in the under-21s?
I didn't see.
No?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see his name in there.
No, okay.
Donnelly.
No, he's been...
Santiago. Santiago's looking good.
Yes. And Donnelly,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll see Scarlett come on. Right.
This is what I was saying last week. We need another kind of we need a dedicated, instinctive striker for those, 20 yard and beyond. Not a Harry Kane one where he picks it up deep, but just one that can stand there, hold it up, lay it off. An old-fashioned number 10, like an Alan Shearer kind of thing, hold
it up at the edge of the penalty box and shoot, right? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, it's accurate at shots on goal,
and not shoot at the opposite, not shoot at the defenders,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
shooting at the defenders like forever. I know what
it is something I'd like to see more of. Is us take pot shots from far out.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be anyone apart from your man Porro who is willing to shoot from Son as well. But is willing to shoot from outside the area. They all seem to want to walk it in. It reminds me of the Gooners a few years ago under Arsene Wenger. Now, they actually had the players that they could walk it in. But we don't. So, yeah.
Tippy-tappy ain't for us.
No, it's not.
There is, as we've seen, there is players capable of taking shots from outside the area and scoring. Obviously, my main man, but there is others. Dogi can, Sarr can. Yep. They just don't. That's the thing.
As well. You saw some of the shots that Basuma scored for Brighton.
Right. I haven't seen Son do it for such a long time. When he cuts in from the left, put it onto his left foot or right foot and curls it in.
Well, it feels like a long time, doesn't it? I don't think it probably isn't. I haven't looked it up or anything, but it just feels like a long time.
It's at least 180 minutes.
And it's, and it's probably because as we know from decades of being Spurs fans, every game seems like a year. So it's so stressful. Yeah. That's probably what it feels like. It probably isn't, but I really like that lineup. I don't think that will be the lineup.
No.
But I would love to see that lineup, that exact lineup.
We're the same lineup that we played against West Ham. That's how I see.
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
But maybe there'll be a tweak between Sarr and Bissouma and Bentancur. Maddison, I can tell you, he'll surely be there.
Oh yeah,
right? Will still be on the bench, right? To be realistic.
The only sad thing I heard about was Manor Solomon's not going to be for the rest of the season. He's out for the rest of the season. And it feels like a kind of death knell for him. Do you know what I mean? Like when you hear that kind of thing, it's like, well, he's going to be looking. His confidence is going to be all over the place. He's going to be looking to go elsewhere, which is a real shame because he looked really good as well.
But the thing with Solomon, right? We never paid any money for him in the first place. I mean, if Levy paid something for him, Levy will squeeze the shit out of it, right? But
yeah. Well, apparently Shakhtar is still asking for some money from that, and it's that's a difficult one. That's not something that I would know much about. It would be nice to give them a little bit of money, but this is Daniel Levy.
I thought we shared. Didn't we share the gate receipts with them for the friendly that we played against them?
Yeah, very possibly.
Payoff, right, so.
And I'm pretty sure that the bench were allowed to get a pint of neck oil as well. But if they needed to drink anything else, then that went on a tab which Daniel Levy sent to them.
Yeah. And some chicken Kiev too, right? Don't forget. Shakhtar Donetsk and Kiev.
Right, let's. Is there anything else you want to talk about the Forest game today?
No.
It's a strange time to be playing 6 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Sunday.
Weird.
Because I think that was because of the tomorrow. I don't know. You guys have so many strikes. So many strikes in London, right? So I don't understand.
I thought it had been called off the strike, or was that's just the tube strike?
No, the tube strike is on.
Still on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so they had to move it. And to be fair, I mean, it was a logical thing to do, right? To move the game into Sunday when you still have transportation to go around. Yeah. So
I don't know. Do any of you follow Douglas Bagley on Twitter?
I used to.
Not even.
I've got my new account. I haven't gone back with him yet.
Yeah, he's a fan who lives in the Midlands. I think he's in Coventry or something, and he's been going for years. And he,
I heard the story. Yeah.
Some of the stories he comes out with are absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I mean,
he has to forego £1,000, right, just to change the whole hotels and all that to come down. Because it's supposed to come on Monday.
I'm not even sure he would get a hotel, but yeah, I don't think he'll be able to get home until tomorrow morning. Yeah. So yeah, he'll probably be sleeping at King's Cross or something like that.
Oh no, Daniel Lee's house there's available bit, right?
Service departments, yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of lads in Ireland that had booked for the Monday night game and a hotel afterwards. And
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, if you want to get the cheapest deal, then you get the one that you can't refund.
Yeah.
Guys, imagine, right? I'm flying from Malaysia to watch the Monday game, and you tell me it's on Sunday.
God damn.
And I end Monday morning.
Yeah. What chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do I sue then?
Yeah, I would.
You don't want to sue Daniel Levy, Gordon Bennett. I can imagine his lawyers are ruthless.
Oh no! And then if I sue Daniel Levy, right, most probably I'll be paying him more money after that.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else that needs to be discussed. Oh, do you want to talk about Wycombe versus Peterborough?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is Simon's hometown team and a team that was very close to me when I used to live in the United Kingdom. Sorry, in England. Don't want to upset anyone. And they're in the EFL Trophy at Wembley today, which kicks off at 4 o'clock. Simon, do you know which channel it's on?
Yeah, it's on Sky. So Sky have been doing a big thing all week about it, and doing all the interviews and all that kind of stuff. I'll never pay for Sky or anything, so I'll be watching it via other means. But 4 o'clock kickoff. I imagine they'll be doing a build up from about 3:30, I think.
Okay,
something like that.
If you can send me a link, that'd be great. Because I'd like.
So this is the EFL Trophy, right? Where the non-league teams all get together and play to win a cup.
No. So you've got the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the Championship, League One, and League Two. Those three leagues are the EFL.
And then the 4 non-league surround them.
And then so below that you've got your own league. So the EFL that have those 3 leagues, they've got their own trophy and their own cup. Cup and trophy. So we're in the final of the trophy. It's been what's the word? Probably bastardized in the last couple of years by Premier League teams. Even though it's the EFL Trophy, they've approached the EFL and said, "Oh, can we join in? Can we join in? But we only want our under-21 teams to play in it."
Is that all right? right? Some Premier League clubs have got their youth teams in there playing for this club, right?
Exactly, yeah. And the EFL have gone, oh, okay, yeah, we'll do whatever you say, and just like, yeah. So now it's been watered down due to that. Yeah. But the good thing is, it's a lot like the FA Cup in a way. It's like anybody can play anybody out of those all those different leagues, and it could be the massive underdog.
It's only League 1 and League 2, isn't it?
League 2.
I don't think the Championship are in there, are they?
I don't know.
Sorry, I couldn't hear both of you talking at the same time. I
don't think the Championship teams are in it, are they? It's just League 1 and League 2, isn't it? And the under-21s.
It's been going on that long for this season. It starts so early. It's just like that. I can't remember if they were in it to begin with.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of half keeping an eye on it through the early stages. I wasn't watching the other teams or anything like that because I hate it when they send their under-21 teams down to the Premier League level. But it's a recognised trophy to have in your cabinet at the end of the season. We're massively excited for it.
Is that Wembley? Sorry.
Yes, it is at Wembley. Yep. The Bristol. It's actually called the Bristol Street Motors Trophy Final.
Okay.
Didn't it used to be the Leyland Daff?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Little Woods Cup or whatever. I don't know.
Bristol Street Motors.
It's a garage.
It's a car company. They sell cars.
The chain, they've got a chain of dealerships all up and down the country, Yeah. And we normally play in blue and quarters. But today we're playing in the green today, green and white.
Mm-hmm.
And so the official scarf there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I found out this week that this green and white stripes instead of the blue quarters. The green and white stripes is actually when we got into the league from non-league, which is fairly recently, depending on what your perspective is. We played our first game was in green and white, so it's kind of like
Well, I remember visiting a friend in Wickham Hospital, and then being in the tower block. I don't know if Wickham Hospital's still there, and being able to overlook the old ground before they moved to Adams Park. Yeah. And I also remember going to Tottenham versus Wickham in a pre-season friendly just after we'd signed Helder Postiga. And because, I was living in London at the time, but my friends and my brothers still lived in Amersham. And so we went down there, and Helder Postiga scored an absolute perler from the edge of the box. And I thought, fuck me, we've got a player on our hands here. Yeah.
Yeah, Wickham.
That was the street.
Spurs are kind of like Wickham's bogey team, really. Like, we play so well against Spurs, and they just
I remember seeing that.
Beat us just by the slimmest of margins, or just a fluke. Yeah, fluky old Spurs, man. Just pissed me off.
I'll take that. I'll take that today.
That's true. Yeah. So what's the prediction and scoreline, Simon?
I'll probably be watching the second half of Spurs by the time I've calmed down, because it overlaps. So our Wickham game finishes about 6:15. So by the time that comes out, I'll just watch the second half, I think. Score prediction, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think we're going to win 3-2.
Is Jacobson playing?
Say again?
Jacobson, is he playing?
May well be. He's long-term injured at the minute.
Is he? Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, JJ is still. He's getting on a bit, and he's not got nowhere near the pace he once had, but he's still got the best left foot in the game. So still useful.
Is he better than Pollard?
Is he better than Pollard?
Genuinely better than any left foot I've seen in the game today. JJ holds the record for scoring a hat trick from set pieces, so 2 corners and a free kick in one game.
Wow, nice, very nice. Okay, then, guys. Any other business and plugs?
No,
not many other business plugs. On Tuesday on Spursvision TV, I will be reading through the financials reports, right, with Arthur and Ian, right? One is a lawyer, one is an accountant. We'll dissect every little word that Daniel Levy has approved on that financial report, and we're going to shit on it. That's all.
I did notice
3 p.m. UK time.
I did
when was
notice
it? Tuesday?
Yeah,
he
Tuesday.
left out the whole amount that we paid off Conte with. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That wasn't included in the report.
Oh, really?
No, that's why we're going to go through every page and read it and shit on every word that he says.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, altogether, it's going to be stage payments, obviously, isn't it? It's going to be on the drip. Yeah, it's going to be.
Maybe.
He's getting a lump sum, is he?
No, that's the thing.
No. But Conte's payoff wasn't big because he was signed for 18 months. So he did half the contract. So most probably, but it wasn't stated in there anyway. So
I don't think he was signed for 18 months, was he?
yeah, he was signed for 18 months.
Yeah, it was short term, I seem to remember.
Conte was signed for 18 months. He came in.
So that's 2 tickets to the Skywalk sorted.
Yeah. He came in after Nuno, right? Then it was 1 year. And they were supposed to extend his contract. When the World Cup came, no news came about. Then after that, the Southampton game, he lost it. That's all.
No.
I remember.
Conte was signed for 18 months.
Deleted it all from my brain.
That seems like a long time ago. Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got Ange now, right? Yay.
Yes.
All right. Financial report, Tuesday, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 p.m. Malaysian time, right? And hopefully by then I'll know when it is.
Okay, then.
Nice one.
I'll be there.
Simon?
I'm all good. Just focusing right now. Get ready. I've literally got champagne on ice in the.
Oh dear.
Literally. Well, it's Carver, which is basically champagne anyway, isn't it? Looking forward to the Spurs game. I'm going to be watching as quickly as I can, but I might still be on a high, so I'm swear my neighbours think we're either having mad sex every weekend, or I'm doing something or other. Because especially last game with Kulu not playing well, I was just like, give it to him, go on, give it. The neighbours must be thinking, oh,
saucy. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
all good fun. Oh, the joys of being a Spurs supporter, right?
Absolutely. As Eugene says, please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I think we hit an all-time record today of 4 people. It's not an all-time record. But,
Really?
Watch this after the fact anyway. So
yes, yeah. But it's we appreciate your support, and if you can give it a like and a subscribe, that would be wonderful. This is probably going to be my last show for a month or so because I'm heading back to England. And I'm not sure that I have a webcam over there. If I do, then I'll let you know. But I don't think my parents' computer is up to running this kind of stuff. So
sorry,
I believe that
2 seconds. Sorry, can I just check an update on whether we're letting Jens back in? Today. Right. Okay.
I'll take my certificate of British citizenship. I don't have a passport yet, but I've got the certificate to say that I am British.
I'm sure he's apologised last time.
You don't have a passport, you have a certificate.
Last time was a misunderstanding. Yeah, that wasn't his. That was not his dildo in there.
Yes, it was.
He sat down. He didn't listen. He didn't look before he sat down, and it got stuck up there. So it's not his fault. Right, just get back to me. I need to let him know. All right. Sorry, let's take a phone call there. Sorry.
Was that Rishi?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah.
And as always, leave you out.
I'm not sure. I'm sure. Well, I think that Simon will probably be doing some shows. So
yeah,
I shall watch you and join in. When does the season end this year?
19th of May or something like that.
19th of May. Okay.
I'll be back for that. Don't quote me on that. It's something like that. It's 24th maybe. I can't remember.
I'm back on the 5th of May. So
yeah. All right.
That's good. Yeah.
Should be good. So yeah, cheers, fellas, and I'll let Eugene say it.
And as always, leave you up.
The EV
Take
up.
care.